Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Eternal Spring. I'm Paul Thurrott, and I'm here, as always, with my wife, Stephanie.
Hello, everybody.
So, we have talked in the past about a lot of the costs associated with our apartment in Mexico City. There's monthly costs and quarterly costs and annual costs, et cetera. But the big question was around property taxes, right? We knew it would be pretty low. Um, Property taxes are a pet peeve of mine now that I live in Pennsylvania. And the reason is we moved from a home in Massachusetts about how many years ago? 5.5 years
Five and
ago,
a half.
something like that. That costs almost twice as much as the house that we live in now. And our taxes here are considerably more expensive, which I never would have expected because Massachusetts is fondly called Taxachusetts by its residents. And I would have assumed that the tax rate would be lower. And by buying a home that's not quite a half, but a little bit over half the cost of our last home, that we would have taxes that would be less than half of what they were. And instead, they're quite a bit more expensive. So
Hmm.
our house, I think we talked about this in a previous video, but the house we sold in Dedham, we sold for about 635,000. The taxes on that home were about $6,000 per year. We moved to Pennsylvania. It's a larger home, but it's a cheaper area, although it's a nicer area, I think. But this larger home only cost $365,000, and the taxes here are about $8,000 a year. So I've been obsessed by this ever since this was something we never looked into, never thought about. We just sort of assumed, which is such a great thing to do with real estate and big numbers. So looking at Mexico now, we bought this condo or apartment, sorry, in Mexico City. Um, what does that look like? I'm guessing this is going to be
So
better news.
yes. So we bought this last May for
Mhm.
about $275,000.
Right.
And we didn't actually, the taxes for last year, I believe, were just kind of rolled into the purchase of the home. So we never had an exact
Yeah.
number.
We never know.
And so January this year, we get our very first tax bill,
Hmm.
and
Very exciting.
the full amount. If you have to pay, there are options for discounts, but if you pay the full amount of the property tax bill, it is $28.80
Yeah. Not
for the
$2,880,
year.
not
No.
$288, but $28.80. It's incredible.
$28.80. If you pay the bill in January, you
Mhm.
get an 8% discount, which brings it to about $26.50. If you pay the bill in February, you get a 5% discount, which brings it to about $27.35.
Sure.
So you can save money. Sadly,
Right.
we have to pay this bill when we are in Mexico because the site that you use to pay this tax bill won't accept any American credit cards, and they
Right.
don't have any other alternatives. A lot of places take PayPal or
Right.
whatever. Um,
We're
they
getting
don't.
stuck with the full bill.
So we're going to have to pay the $28.80.
That's funny. Okay, so we'll handle that. Actually, so we're going in March, and so we'll pay that there in March.
Mhm.
Is that when it was due? It must have been due in March. That was the.
Well, it's like not really clear. I
That's
think
right.
it's just due in March, or you could also just pay it monthly or quarterly if you didn't want to pay the whole
Sure.
$28.80 in one fell
Yeah.
swoop.
You got to stretch this one out.
Yeah.
That's funny. I
Yeah.
mean, this is, back when we did that video about the pros of Mexico, just being really honest about it. I mean, obviously, the cost of living is a big part of it and the affordability. This is a great example because even if we had paid off our mortgage, the property tax bill never goes away. In fact, it gets worse every year.
Mhm.
We do have HOA type fees, obviously, that are um, hundreds of dollars a month. I mean, not big
Yeah.
numbers, but we talked about that earlier. But we're never going to be in a situation where we don't have any bills. But if you do have to have a bill, it's so much better getting a bill for $28 than getting one for
Mhm.
$8,000. Yeah.
I haven't done the math on this, and it might be interesting, but I bet you could do, our condo association fee in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
the property taxes, the electric bill, the gas bill, the um,
Mm-hmm.
internet bill, or yeah, Wi-Fi, whatever you call it, total
Mm-hmm.
play. I bet it doesn't add up to $8,000
For the whole,
all
yeah,
in,
right. All that
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. No, I'm sure you're right. Hmm. We should
Yeah.
do that math.
Yes. You know.
That's interesting. Anywho, so we just wanted to provide that update. It's this has been a trying year financially. This was a nice little bit of good news, I guess, amidst all the other news. So kind of an interesting data point. Anyhow, so thank you for watching. We will have another video soon.
Thank you. Bye.